Back in the late 60s, early 70s, when I was a high school student and into college, there was a great running back for the Chicago Bears, a man by the name of Gale Sayers. And he was wonderful to watch. He didn't have a real long career, but the time he spent on the football field, it was just a joy to watch him. Well, when Gale Sayers was in college at the University of Kansas, he not only played football, but he ran track. And one day he was in his track coach's office, and on the desk of his coach, there was a little sign that said, "I am third." And so Gale Sayers asked his coach what that meant. And the coach told him that in his life, God was first, his family, his friends, and the people that he encountered in life were second, and he was third. And Gale Sayers sort of liked that, and he took it as sort of his personal mantra too. And when he got to the NFL, and in his second year, he went out and he bought a silver sort of, I can't think of the word I want to use now, but on it, he wrote, "I am third," or he had inscribed, "I am third." And then he put it on a chain, and he always wore it around his neck to remind himself. Now, you might say, "Well, Father, that's a nice little story, but what does it have to do with our gospel today?" Well, I think we listen to our gospel today, and we're sort of taken aback. You know, anyone who doesn't hate their mother and their father and their wife and their children and their very own self, they can't be Jesus's disciple. That seems to be a tough task, and it seems to be opposite a lot of other things that Jesus says in the gospel. Well, we have to know that Jesus, like all the other prophets, when they were preaching, they said things that sort of disturbed or made people uncomfortable so that they would listen. But I think what Jesus is getting at in our gospel today is what Gale Sayers found out in his track coach's office that day. You know, Jesus is sort of saying, God is first. And the people that we encounter in our life, the people that come into our life, the people that are important in our life, the strangers that pass by are second. And we're third. And if we keep that in perspective, if that's sort of the spirit out of which we live our life, then we're going to be on the right path. Then we're going to be one of Jesus's followers, one of his disciples. And then we are going to be prepared for when we have to make choices and decisions that are sometimes difficult and hard. So maybe our gospel today is just asking us to pause and to feel a little bit uncomfortable because we don't want to hate mom and dad and brother and sister and family. We don't even want to hate ourselves. But we do want to put God first, the people of our life second, and we're third.